Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Slay the Spire. I thought we did well yesterday. Our ranking wasn't that good. We were like 480th. But I wish there was a way to see like how many people had actually done the daily, because I feel like we got a lot of good score modifiers on that day. Like I thought that was, or on yesterday, I thought that was a big positive for us. Today, we're the defect. We start with a random deck of 50 cards. There's tons of elites. Purple cards now appear in rewards and shops. What's my goal? I feel like the easy thing for us to change is perfect more elites and more bosses, which probably means building a more defensive deck. But I also don't really know if you can even really build a deck when you start with 50 cards, you know? And I'm just gonna let you know on top of that. Hold on. More elites. So we got a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 many question marks might be our best option. 1, 2, yeah, they're pretty close together, but we're probably not gonna worry too much about like collector bonuses. If you have forgotten the collector bonus, dude, Sash Whip is pretty sick. I think Turbo's pretty sick here too. Let's draw Turbo. We don't really care about getting a void in our discard pile. Then, we can retain this. Enter Wrath scares the crap out of me. Oh no, it's Watcher cards. I'm now realizing it's Watcher cards. Still, this seems like a good setup right here. I'm just wondering, retain, enter Wrath. We'll probably try that next turn, I guess. 6 damage. We only need to put up 2 block. Just give me a second, okay? I'm trying to think. Here's one. Enter Wrath. Deal 24 damage. And then deal 16 damage. Wrath, give and receive double damage. This should work. So I'm not promising we're gonna do very well here. But I'm gonna do my best. The Watcher cards are not well known to me. So we don't necessarily need to keep adding cards. But we could, and in particular, I think Empty Mind gets us closer to like a collector bonus. At 114, I'm like, I don't know. I know we had some beam cells in here. I do just like beam cells. I don't mind adding those to the deck. Your next attack does 5 additional damage. I'm so like not well versed. Let's not do that, as bizarre as that may sound. We only want things, I was just going to say, that give us curses. Otherwise, we might end up having to rest a little bit more. Which, really, I'm more concerned about just, like, minimizing the chances that we live on the elite fights. So I am looking for things like, if we could get some innates. Like, an innate battle hymn seems kind of decent to me. Yeah, that way we have the option to play this and add a Smite into our hand every turn. I think Smite is like 1 cost 10 damage or something. 1 cost 12 damage. Okay. I mean, that's potentially great stuff. So we can absolutely start here. We'll weaken you. You got 8. That means Leap protects us, and we're good to go. I'm really starting to feel the neurological centers of my brain come together again. You know, in a Slay the Spire context, like the fact that I didn't even have to puzzle that out felt pretty good to me. I know we got some defrag in the deck. I wish you could, like, yeah, sort A to Z. I was just gonna say, I wish you could sort alphabetically, and then they got that stuff. So we have a defrag, a loop, and a follow-up. Defrag, loop, follow-up. 1 defrag, no loop, 1 follow-up. I would be more inclined to take more follow-ups then. I think that, you know, plays better with the Watcher's ability to enter those different stances. Not a great turn. Definitely that. Definitely this. I think we might as well gain energy for next turn and then just hit you. We don't have much of a desire to play more blocks next turn, although admittedly getting perfect is kind of our goal, but I don't know if we can get there. Apply 8 mark. All enemies lose HP equal to their mark. So right now this is 8 damage. Empty Mind is just draw. You know what? Let's try something. Give me Nirvana, then Scry like a son of a gun. I don't think I can perfect, but I'm happy with what we got. We can do 8 damage or 12 damage. I'm going to do the 12. I know that sounds like obvious, but there might have been a case to do the 8 because we get to retain. You're doing 16 damage. I almost guarantee we can get a stack to work for us here. So I think for sure we'll smite you. Well, I think you just gotta maybe start with like a steam barrier. Now you're doing 18. How much do you gain? 2 strength on every play. Takes you to 20. This will oh, we're gonna be like 1 away, man. Well, in that case, we might as well draw just to... Yeah. My God, the man is an accidental genius. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling like, not that bad. I'm feeling not that bad. We can Wrath, Barrage for 8. 18. Okay, yeah. We got you. Okay, I think I'm maybe making this more complicated than it needs to be. We're gonna keep avoiding rares, which I think is, inevitably gonna make our decks a little bit harder to function, but simultaneously I think is gonna be, like, potentially really good for our score. And I'm gonna caffeinate here. Because my baby monitor woke me up at 5 a.m. with a false alarm. It's not 5 a.m. anymore, it's 9:19, but you know, it messes with your day. Definitely want that. Lose focus, gain strength and dex. I think we can get away with that right now. And sure, let's add a safety into our hands. So we have some retain for the future. And we don't have to wake you up. No desire to empty exit our stance. However, we can maybe see what's coming up here, and then we can draw. And the question is just, do we want to beam cell, then follow up, then smite? And I think that actually it's not that bad. I guess we'll keep a... I don't know, man. Like a windmill strike? I'm a little worried about Tantrum. Just give me a windmill strike. We'll just play it immediately. So it's all about getting to enough block here. Knowing, you know, our dex is higher is very positive. You're doing 18. We can definitely get there. I would look at something like... probably safety... Rebound, charge battery seems good to me. And then we're saving these smites for when we have lethality. And I don't think we're there yet. I also still think we're going to get hit. You know what? Hold on. 20. That takes you to 26. That takes you to 52 damage. We just need... we need 1 attack, man. We just need 1 attack. Like, crescendo. 26. 26. You have 6 HP left. Evoke your next orb. Oh my God, it'll actually work. That's a perfect. You gotta be mighty careful. And again, we don't want these. I don't know, that might not be the right idea, by the way, but I feel like we don't want those. I'm trying to think of what we even take, man. I feel like maybe the beam cells applying vulnerable for more than 1 turn is exciting. You gotta be careful, because if you enter Wrath at the wrong time, and you don't get a kill out of it, then you take double damage. So, I mean, you take double damage no matter what, but it could really send you. Battle Him is pretty sick. I think maybe we want to, like... I definitely want to hit you hard. here's something that's... Okay, hear me out here. We can play 2 cards. I think we play Empty Mind for draw. I don't think we play our Crescendo, unfortunately. And then I honestly was just going to do Rebound Halt, which I'm looking at now and I'm like, I'm not that impressed. I think maybe this was not the right play. Definitely you start here, and then we get to thinking, okay? Could I possibly kill you? It's a big stretch already. This can take us... Crescendo Halt gives us 9 block, which is probably enough to be excited here, I think. And what do we have in here? Another Beam Cell? That's... I think maybe bringing back Sash Whip is the play. So hear me out. Hologram, Sash Whip, Crescendo. He's doing a lot of damage. Turbo, Smite, Sash Whip. Oh, he's already dead. That's another perfect. No matter what, he's already dead. Because of the double lightnings. I hope. If not, we're going to just test. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty solid there. Again, we're ignoring these, which I could come back to bite us at some point, but for now feels pretty good. And with 50 cards, I mean, you know, what about making an Empty Mind back? Getting more draw through the deck, getting more energy, stuff like that seems valuable. I mean, I don't really know what we target with those upgrades. Retain. Enter Calm. When you exit Calm, you get 2 energy. Can't really do much there. Some irony. Wait, well, we start with 10 block because of Anchor. Okay, never mind. No, there's still some irony. I was gonna say, like, it's so funny. After, like, all of this, we still are gonna take damage. Oh, it's possible we won't, but we'll probably take 1 damage. No, lucky us. Whereas against the Elite, it was like, you know, automatic. We locked it up. So I feel like we're kind of off to the races so far. Again, you just go to your deck here. I think you take whatever you got the most of. We do have a signature move, but I'm guessing we're looking at either Turbo or Reprogram. Turbo. We have 2. Reprogram, we have 1. I like Turbo in this deck because we don't suffer the punishment too often, I think. And we're just going for cards that give you like a guaranteed upside. Regret. This doesn't change our perfect, so I'm not sweating it. Definitely, we will start with a Cut-Through Fate. What do we want to draw? I honestly like a Glacier. I think we got a lot of Crescendos, so I'm not sweating that too much at all. We really do want to play Battle Hymn as well, so let's get Battle Hymn going. Let's get a Glacier out there. And with Recursion, now we're gaining 4 block, well, 6 block per turn, because we get 2 triggers on the rightmost orb. This is really good. We get a ton out of that. Because now we're more likely to perfect. So I think you Tranquility, Empty Mind. We're really just trying to break you, and I think we're going to get there. Get a burn into your discard pile. That's not so bad. What else we got over here, though? Can maybe get a... I don't really want another Glacier. You could get a Cut-Through Fate. Let's start with that. Let's start with the... Maybe I'll put the Vulnerability Potion on you, then hit you with a Cut-Through Fate. And honestly, let's... In that case, because you're probably going to flip, we should draw... Oh, the energy for Nirvana. My bad. Still fine, but my bad. Okay. You're doing 9 damage. I feel like we have a pretty well-balanced deck right now. We already have 6 block. We just have to put up the block first. Whenever you play an attack, take 3 damage. So this is 13 block. I can't hit you 2 times, though. I can really only hit you 1 time. Yeah, this is just enough right here. So I think we'll play nothing else, unfortunately. It's all about getting the perfect, and I don't know if we're gonna, but we're trying. Now you're doing 16 damage. We can get there. Like a leap is a gimme. Now, let's assume that I played a smite, for example. I'd rather not, actually. If I could play like a streamline instead, that way we could keep our smites for the next turn and maybe be more likely to avoid your next attack. So streamline is going to do 22, which is pretty solid. We have 15 block. If you play streamline, we'll get to 19, because we'll go 15 down to 12 when we hit you, up to 19. So I think we can do this. Beautiful. All right, now we got to hit you hard. I was hoping for... Actually, this seems pretty good to me, but I am hoping maybe there's like a beam cell somewhere in our lives. 20 damage is avoidable, for the record, but... I'm just looking, and I'm like, where the heck's my beam cell, man? Like, I can hit you pretty hard. There's a part of me, I think you're in a great spot here. I don't think you have to mess with it too much. Smite, follow up, smite gets us there. It wasn't necessary, but... Plus we have Orichalcum. I don't think we're really in a position to use that too much, but still. Okay, so do we need an auto block? Yeah, why not? I actually think that Foresight is sick as well, like to give us this free scry. Next turn, we'd really just like to have like blocks if possible. Probably should have played Beam Cell, quite frankly. I mean, we're really like, I'm puzzling this one out. This is a little rare for me. I'll take it either way. Now you're doing 16 damage. I don't think we play Reprogram here, because we really like now that we got gold-plated cables. Focus is actually quite nice. That is like 5 extra block every turn. We need to get the 16 block. I think that's easy enough here. And we're storing up these smites for the future, which is beautiful. We shouldn't need a glacier. Like, I mean, you could just bring back a stack at any point, and that looks pretty solid. Might as well hit you, I suppose, then. Not the fastest deck that's ever existed, but it's doing some good stuff. I think we can just smite the crap out of you. Oh, you definitely you got to consider aggregate, actually. That was, I got a little too big for my britches on that one. I think we got a potential point monster here. Like, everything about this one appears to be doing great stuff. We already have enough block to not have to worry, but if I do this, I can at least hit you. We got more than enough block. We can halt. I don't think... this isn't an attack. So that's just 8 damage. Oh, and then it'll stack up over time. Okay. Alright, now I understand. So Protect literally just gets us there. But I think also Beam Cell Smite kills you. That was a great fight. I think we lost... The only HP we lost was due to our curse. Straight up, like, I'm not willing to play your game. I'm gonna take Tiny House. And it's possibly one of the worst upgrades in the game. And I'm gonna choose to live with that, okay? How many crescendos? We got 2 crescendos. How many empty bodies? Wait, none, right? Empty body? Oh, yeah, we got empty mind. I could have told you that. Give me a crescendo. I feel like we're a point monster right now. I'm not saying we're going for the... I mean, I'm always going for the top 10. I'm not saying we're there, but... Seems pretty good. So I see a 4 elite path. See a 3 elite path. Yeah, give me this just... We're going to go far left side here. Second floor is usually a bit of a rude awakening, but let's see. First turn's not great here. But, let's do... Like, rebound follow-up is just nice. Then we get 7 block, which allows us to scry. I like all the cards that are there on the scry. And I will just play the Battle Hymn. And we take a little damage, but that's okay. I wouldn't mind putting like a bandage up in this deck for sure. Now, I think you gotta start here to see if, well, definitely like get rid of the curse. Although we do want more of them in our deck, bizarrely. We're gonna bring back an attack, and I think we didn't just play an attack, so you should probably play a Cut Through Fate. Let's draw a Deceive Reality. Wow, it actually worked. Again, we don't have to fixate too much on the perfects now. Like, the perfects now... Well, you know, let's put it in a different position. What do the perfects do for us on elites and bosses? They give us a lot of points. What do they do for us here? Just stupid stuff, like living. So I definitely... I'm now a believer in the concept of pressure points here. And I love just having the ability to put up a ton of blocks until we get, like, the dream turn, and then we can just play all these smites. If we could get that card that makes, I'm just scrolling down to stack. That'll make 4 of those. That's kind of a no-brainer. If we can get... I can't remember if it's a card or a relic that makes retained cards cost 1 less. That's, like, potentially unbelievable. And, of course, if we can get all the captain items so we never have to block for, like, the first 4 turns, that's pretty sick, too. So, this turn, little spicy. I want to start... Okay, so that's fantastic. We now have 16 energy. Although it doesn't last, we'll definitely pay for a draw. I guess we could have exited stance first. Something tells me that's probably not going to be too relevant. We might as well enter calm and then exit it later. I'm not upset here. Like, we still got a really nice turn. And then on our next turn, I always like a rebound. I don't think I care that much about... a Streamline. Streamline seems like kind of a garbage card right now. I'm trying, if possible, I'm trying to avoid too many voids in our draw pile or whatever. Is it dazed? Okay. Like already we have enough block. So I think we'll just probably go for the kill next turn, and in all likelihood, the Dark Orb could even do it for us. If we need it, which we don't. I think the smartest decision I made on this run has got to be Steam Barrier, right? Oh, we only have 1 Steam Barrier? Hold on. How many bowling balls? I'm getting into this. We got 1 Bowling Bash, Streamline. We must have at least 1. We got 1. Okay, well, of these, I would take the Steam Barrier anyway, but I'm glad we checked. Smartest decision I made on this run was upgrading that power first things first. I'm the realist. Now, we don't need to remove. I think max HP gives you points. So I think that's a no-brainer, even over Stone Calendar. Aggregates, we only have 1, but I think it's just good to draw. To begin with. Cold Snap, we have 1. We don't need more. Okay. I think we'll probably cut it there, and we'll keep it going. I'll buy 2 potions for 30 gold. Very nice to help us get perfects on elite fights. You are an AoE-based foe. Let's get... turn 1, we don't need much here. But I am, like, maybe get a power going. Buffer... Trigger the passive of your next orb. Let's get a buffer. I was looking for like a creative way to do this, but I think you just gotta do a buffer. And then get this guy out of here. Give me 1 of those. We take a little damage from regret. Oh, which hits buffer? That's such a waste. We would have been so much better off. I'm a fool. Okay. Now, there is something to be said about stacking up, like, pressure points on you, but we gotta... You know, we gotta play the run as it stands. You have 30? You're pretty strong, huh? I'm willing to barrage you. There's a chance we get the kill here. If not, you're one hit away. We need, like, Bowling Bash. This would be a great turn to draw Bowling Bash. That did not happen. You definitely turbo. That's the gimme. Then, at least we got a little extra block. That's enough block to not take damage here. It's a little dangerous. And yeah, just I thought maybe we'd draw some zero-cost cards, but we do have a block potion. You know, I was just gonna say this guy's gonna start to attack pretty soon, so you gotta get things going. But this is where stack and reinforced body I think could really help you out. So there's a couple of things. One is like you gotta go. You're the easiest to kill. This Dark Orb is probably like how we finish the game, or finish the fight in general. You have to go. If only I could exit stance after entering right now. I probably could have a while ago, but it is what it is, alright? So I'm going to smite you. I'm going to sash whip you. I'm going to play halt for 0. At least it gives us something. At present, we have 9 block versus 43 incoming damage. $19 block. I'm going to play our... No, you know what? I'm not going to play our potion, because maybe we could save the potion to use on a future elite fight to get more points. I'm going off. Like, I'm in a different world now. I'm not the same man that you once saw before you. I'm a follow-up fan, man. Although... here it does very little for us, so I don't know why I took it, but regardless. I don't worry about what this one guy can do to us here. I think we're very much in a good position there. Okay, this is where I'm like, maybe you crescendo. I mean, you can crescendo, and then smite, and then recurs, perhaps. Maybe draw some cards. Play a quick little carve reality. Follow it up. Maybe a quick little crescendo. Consecrate you. Smite you again. Play a signature move and kill you. I didn't think that was going to work, but it did. I actually really like getting potions from every boss fight. Or every combat now. Okay. You are an enemy we would like to weaken. And wouldn't you know it, right out the gate. Problem solved. Sorry, just caffeinating again, just caffeinating. 18 damage. We should be able to get around that. Probably. Definitely, I think... stack is going to be so good for us long term. I know this means we have to use our potion. I think it's totally worth it, like, because leap was better in the moment, but stack was much better long term for us. Without a doubt. Like, we can pretty easily... I mean, already we can get to 21 block, I think, but... we can even hologram. And what do we need here? So we're at 13. Stack's gonna get us there already, so... literally something like Beam Cell, just to make sure your vulnerability continues. Very positive for us. 24 damage. You're probably going to end up playing an auto shields here. That'll take you to 11. Then Glacier will take you to 18 plus 4. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get us there. What about a Crescendo? Smite for 24. Cold Snap for 12. That doesn't do it. I think this is your play, and you still take, you take 2 damage, so you do lose the perfect. That hurts. But I take some solace in knowing that, you know, I feel like I did what I could. I think we gotcha. Like, Crescendo allows us to do 48 damage, plus another 14. That's 62, plus the Lightning Orb. Or maybe I'm just... oh, I forgot you were vulnerable to begin with. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm like more mad that I got the math wrong than than I am about than I am stoked that I got the kill. So that that tells you something, I think. Give me 2 of those. We do have a block potion. Man, if we could just get like barrages going, you know? If we could just get them going. You're doing 32 damage. We can get to 16 plus 12. It's not great. I think we're gonna lose our perfect again. So you definitely play that. You definitely, like, this is a mission critical. It's a huge part of your plan here. I think we'll pressure points you. At least it is 8 damage. And then recursion is 8. Barrage is 4, so I guess we'll do a quick recursion. And I chose not to use the potion again simply because, again, if we could use it to get it perfect, I think that's worth more. That's what we're looking for. Man, if we could get like an innate aggregate plus extra draw, then we're talking. Then we're talking. So we got 27 damage coming out. We got 11 on the board right now. We're going to take another hit, but I really don't want to play the crescendos. This looks worse than it is, too. Like, these enemies are being weakened, like, not all at the same enemy. So, I think I'm gonna smite you. Then, I can play a follow-up. Wow, this was not well played. This does 3 damage and weakens. We want to use it on you. Okay, yeah. Bring back something that costs 0 or 1. Yeah, an aggregate would actually hit the spot quite nicely. Then hologram an attack that does more than 8 damage, please. They don't exist. Okay, oh, hold on. Bring back a barrage. Now we're talking. Finally, and there you go. Nothing to worry about. Math's getting a little fuzzy. We're 32 minutes in. It's been known to happen. Probably smite you, then follow you up. We can... auto shields, though, is unnecessary. Why not? Just be safe. We'll probably get you next turn with crescendos anyway. Can we actually... No, am I willing to send it? No, you gotta do the math. Crescendo, 8 damage, 33. This will do 20, this will do 36, so yes, this is... You're dead. Now we got the math. Frozen egg. Upgraded powers, pretty nice. Even though we're skipping everything. Liquid memories. Something from your discard becomes cheap. Okay. Let's pop an ancient potion here. I just don't trust you, quite frankly. I don't even know what I'm bringing back, man. I played it just to play it. At least we're not vulnerable. Probably you're doing 21 damage. That's kind of a lot. 21 damage. 21 damage. This is... You know what? We can get there. Just by doing something like... We can't get there. It's okay. I'm willing to take 1 damage. We win this fight just because the lightning is starting to work you down. So that doesn't bother me at all. This is beautiful. We can definitely crescendo. Hurt you pretty good. Hurt you pretty good. Smite you. Will this kill you? 27 damage. Plus the lightning orb. It won't kill you, but it will get you next turn. I'm pretty confident. Literally just by playing anything or not playing anything. I don't think you take anything. Even though we do have some... streamlines in our deck, I think for now we're not going to get the collector, and the less of them we draw, the better. First turn draw has been kind of doo-doo. We only need 5 block here, so that's not bad at all. Just play that, and the dark orb is just gonna crush, man. I'm not sweating that. At first I thought this looked kind of bad. Now I'm like, it's not that bad at all. So we definitely want you to go. Give me a charge battery, I think. You're doing 12 damage. You got to get that out for long-term success. This just kills you. You're in a world of hurt. If only I had like a dual cast in this deck. Well, we already have enough block just via stack. Do we even need it anymore? Yeah, we'll take 2 damage. So we'll play one of these. We could have played Third Eye. I suppose it's actually just literally better because of the scry. But I do need to acknowledge that sometimes I'm a little lazy, okay? Let me look at this. Crescendo. Barrage equals 24 damage. Smite equals 24 damage. Then no orbs, but liquid memories can kill you. We get a potion after each fight. So we kind of have to... Or we're doing our best if we take advantage of having those potions. Speed potion? It's not bad, man. It's not bad. I actually think that even though it doesn't fit in with any of the other cards, we got a capacitor is quite nice if we can play it. First turn is our real crappy point right now. Like, that's our problem. I'm gonna just give me the plated armor so we don't take damage on this turn. We really need more draw early. There's a number of relics that can enable it, I suppose. We scry here. I don't think we... you know what? Let's keep Sash Whip. It might actually matter. I kind of like all 3 of these. Follow-up is like a gimme. The only question is it better to weaken you? If I weaken you, we probably take off 9 damage. If I kill you, we take off 12. I think you do it like this. Get that out there for free. Definitely do play a Sash Whip. You're not dead. I'm stupid and you're not dead. So get smited. I think... What is 8 plus 14 is 22. You're doing 25, but we have some plated armor. just enough, baby. Love a follow-up. Don't need a stack on this one, I think. With the turbo, there's a real temptation to do like Crescendo, Smite, Turbo. We should have played the follow-up first. I'm going to empty mine to try to get the follow-up for free, which is not necessary at all. We're in control of the fight, though. And with the... you might not even attack this turn, so maybe we'll keep pressure points, but... Feeling good. How did we take 2 damage? Was this from a burn, maybe from an overclock? Because we haven't had regret yet. I don't think I lost my perfect, but I might be wrong. Give me a rebound overclock. That's just so nice to get free damage, or free draw in the future. I'm going to play a super, like, coy here, honestly. We'll definitely do that. I think we'll cold snap to make this dark orb more likely to get popped out later, and we'll just keep smiting you. We only need to get... Well, we need these guys to die in order for our Dark Orb to actually hit the boss, but it's not a huge deal. So we can definitely Beam Cell. Aggregate will still work here. I really don't want to smite you. I hope you can see the reason why. It might not be that special. Honestly, give me a barrage. And I'm thinking, like... We'll just hit you with one of those. And then I mean, I'm looking at this as well, and I'm going, like, how did this happen? I'm hoping the lightning orb will maybe take out some of you. Yeah, that's fine with me. This should not be taking as long as it's taking. You are not attacking it. I'm gazing through the scrying mirror to see what you're doing, and I don't think you're attacking, so I'm not sweating it. Defrag, quite nice. One of these days, I'm gonna get you. That might actually, evoking the Dark Orb probably would have killed you, but one of these days, I'm gonna get you. I am gonna get you. Probably, I'm gonna say that it's probably this day. I feel like that was a perfect, but we did lose 5 HP, so I don't know if that's true. Free attack. Right. We need to be very smart about this. We need to get our first turn engine off of the ground. I think the best attack we could ask for on our first turn is a cut-through fate, which actually gives us something that maybe we'd consider upgrading. Yeah, okay. This is the... Yeah. This lets us get the draw we're looking for, which might allow us to take it even further. Now, am I worried about you? Yeah, I am. We're not, like, absolutely dominating the run. I think we for sure want to make sure we're drawing an overclock. The other cards are not relevant for the time being. I think you sash whip no matter what. This, I don't care. I actually think we did pretty well. Might as well. Saves us 1 HP. Okay, so we got you guys now. I am concerned. 14 damage is coming in here. I definitely want... I would say a defrag over a capacitor for now. You're doing 14 damage. I think we're going to play a block potion on this turn. In that case, let's get a capacitor. They can't take cards from me because all my cards suck. That's my secret, Captain. I'm always crappy. Alright. So now that we got a great opportunity to get some glaciers out there. I do think we'll probably not perfect this fight, but we don't have to worry about it just yet. Can we hologram something amazing? Not really. We got to scale a little faster as well. Certainly, I don't mind that. Pressure point. I bet it purges. I was just going to say one of those, which is very nice. Donkey da donkey da donkey da donkey da donka da donk. I think we have to hologram a block back that maybe could help us. This hologram only does 3. And then... This hologram only does 3. 10 scry 3? Okay, actually, you know what? Hologram back something that's... like a consecrate is not great. But then we play the safety, we don't take damage. Once these orbs get out here, man, you're going to be sorry. But also, on this turn, I'm going to be sorry. What did you take? Empty Mind? Oh, Empty Mind Plus? Okay. So we can get 17 block pretty easily. But that's not going to be enough. I think you accept that. I think you go Smite. You know what? A Darkness. Or, well, you know, you can go Smite. Rebound. I know you're doing 8 damage, but I'm going to play a stack, so we get a stack next turn as well. We're going to get hit. We're not going to get the perfect. And that's okay. Let's start there. Let's definitely, pardon me, play a Glacier. Get a Turbo out there. And then, you know, we have an Empty Mind. So I think Crescendo, Smite. I was going to say Crescendo, Smite. It's a bit of a screamer, though. What do we have here? We have 1 Empty Mind. I think you cannot do it. I would love to. I genuinely would love to. I don't think we can afford it. You're doing 51 damage. That would have put us in a bit of a tight spot. I actually don't feel that bad about this. I feel like our stacks are going to do wonders for us. And not to mention, hold on, like we already got 15 passive block. Oh, you know what? We could have killed them on the next turn and then gotten it back and then done double damage to the process. You're probably right. You're probably right. Okay. Bring back a stack, please. That's 30 extra block on top of everything, but we'll play those to get through you. 35. I mean, at this point, taking 1 damage is not a big deal. I'll actually just draw 3 cards. And we're not taking 3 damage anyway. I don't really want to lose focus now for 1 strength and 1 dex. I think we're better off avoiding it, believe it or not. You definitely Crescendo, Smite, Bowling Bash, Barrage, empty yourself so you're not in a tight spot on the next turn. I don't know, it's a long one. It's a longer run than I expected, that's for sure. 26 damage incoming, you always start there. It's hard to get, well, you know what? Actually, it's not hard to get to 26 block. We literally just did it. So I think we're going to be fine. That for free is always going to be positive. Signature move, we can actually play. And I think we can Crescendo, Smite, and then not afford signature move, which is pretty smart. That was a smart move. Hologram, can we bring back a 0-cost card that would make us happy? Even in the slightest? Yeah, okay. Hologram yourself a beam cell. No, hologram yourself a turbo, and then kill him. Okay, that would have been a colossal mistake. Oh, if you end your turn with any empty orb slots, channel a frost. That's... I mean, I want the extra energy, don't get me wrong. Yeah, no, okay, the extra energy is probably more important. But the free frost with the build we got is pretty nice. Okay. I'm feeling all right. We got a 4 elite path. I don't think we're gonna do any better than that. Plenty of money to spend on shops. I think our score is looking totally fine right now. Start here. I would love to draw a follow-up. We don't need to stack this early. We're definitely, you know what? I'm like, Crescendo, Consecrate this year. Nah, I don't think it's strictly necessary and all that. So I feel slightly humbled. Not monstrously humbled, but slightly humbled by our second floor. And that's okay. I think that's good. You know, we by all accounts, at least in my expectation, we should actually be a little stronger now than we were relative to the floor that we're on. We should be stronger now versus where we were a floor ago. How does that make any sense at all? First off, good question. Secondly, this is not an attack. We definitely do want to draw that in the future. Beautiful. We got extra energy. That's basically what it comes down to. I don't think it's any more complicated than that. I will smite you. Again, we gotta be closing in on a third eye upgrade, I think. I will say for sure, if nothing else, I think that was the right play. If nothing else, and there may well be nothing else. I bet we're going to need a Carve Reality more than we need a Capacitor here. But I feel like knowing everything that we're... Like, the best way to possibly play a run maybe has not guaranteed that I'm going to win this run and get an incredible score. Or maybe I never will, you know? But what I do think that it has done, as we try to get a perfect here... Lucky me. What I do think it has done is allowed me to have, like, a plan of attack for the dailies that is more than simply build the best deck possible. And you can argue all you want. I actually think we're not going to get a collector bonus for the other one, I think, so this seems fine to me. Give me Curse for sure. I think that this is leading to building a lot of the same kind of decks, like, early here. But I think that just having some kind of framework to build my run around. We want to draw none of these, I suppose. it makes it more engaging for me, for sure, just to be able to understand, you know, why you would do things one way versus another way. So I'm just thinking... I'd love to play defrag. We can't, so we'll just be content with our 6 lightning damage. One of these days we're gonna get you. It might not happen right now, but this turn is looking pretty good. This one's looking pretty good. So we'll get you. You're doing 10 damage. I'm gonna get hit. You're not an elite. So I'm not worried about the 3 damage we're gonna take. I'm not gonna weaken you. I don't think you're an elite anyway. But I am I'm modestly offended that you would treat me like that. It would be better to not get the Dark Orb out there if we don't have to. Still has a chance to... Oh, that's not how you do it. Okay, we're going to get the Dark Orb out there. And Auto Shield still won't work for us. Lose a focus, but you'll gain a strength and a dex. No, that's not your play here. I'm just going to keep getting whittled. Whittle me just slightly. Whittle me this, and give you some of that. You're doing 24 damage. Wow, you're a real piece of work. You're doing some serious damage here. That being said, I'm going to accept my 14 extra damage on top of this, because I think having the potions for the elite is going to be better for us. I'll tell you. Definitely should have thought about crescendoing there, because you would for sure be dead. But also, I'm guilty of not having done the arithmetic. You know, I'm not, and I'm still not doing the arithmetic, quite frankly. Let's be smarter now. Fire Potion's pretty nice. Capacitor, Talk to the Hand. I feel like Talk to the Hand is just a great card, but I might be overrating it slightly. AoE is a little stinky, but check this out. You get to scry early. What would we like to see? I think we can definitely make a signature move work. Although, 30 damage? I think we can make it work. Well, don't get rid of a follow-up, though. So we'll hit, like, you. We'll draw... No, that's fine. We'll draw a signature move. Play it. Might as well play Halt. We should be looking at bringing back signature move. Like, that's... That seems pretty sick. 9 damage. We got 10 in our discard pile. Joke's on you. You know, I am going to play a reprogram here. Saves us 1 HP and maybe gives us an advantage. Bowling Bash is kinda sick. Whenever you attack this enemy, gain 3 block. Yeah, I never noticed the sound effect before. Dude, Pressure Point is really good to use against these spikers. I had no idea. Sure, let's charge it up. I'm gonna take 7 here. I think I'd rather just hit you like that then. This is the longest Slay the Spire run we've had in quite some time. Might as well, might as well. I mean, we're gonna be probably at like an hour and 10 minutes. Puts a real damper on the rest of the day for me. Not that I'm upset, but I bet we could. Oh, we could still just kill you. Possibly, definitely. You do 11. Are you insane? Well, you're still dead, but it's a little painful. Of these, Rebound and Cold Snap are the most likely. We only have 1 Rebound. We have 1 Cold Snap. We have 1 Reinforced Body. You know what? Give me another Reinforced Body. I think it could help. And actually, give me the potion at the expense of the Fire Potion. A lot of these elites are big single-target enemies. So if we could make them vulnerable and then just hit the crap out of them, I think we'd be pretty stoked. Okay, 18 damage turn 1. Call me crazy. I think you start there. I don't really have a need to draw a follow-up right now, which is unfortunate. Although, now that I think about it, I would like to draw a follow-up, because it will kill you, which is much smarter than what I was planning on doing in the first place, I guess. And then we can at least scry for our next turn, where I think we'll be happy to maybe have a third eye. We didn't get to play Battle Him. Oh, frick, I forgot we draw after that. This could have gone better. Well, I think I'm definitely going to try to weaken you. Let's think about this. 16 extra block. If I gain 2 decks... No, I'll gain 1 dex twice. Yeah. On 2 cards. We don't have any advantage out of... I think we're taking 1 damage here. If we're taking 1 damage, that's fine. Oh, we won't even have the energy to play him. So I think, yeah, you just accept what your life gives you here. You take 3 damage. Despite using all your potions, which hurts pretty bad. You're doing 18 damage? You're a real son of a gun, you know that? At least we got a decent attack in there. You're causing me some serious problems here. Everybody, by the way, I'm sure they're screaming, crescendo, crescendo. Yeah, crescendo's great until you get hit. It's absolutely destructive in that context. I suppose we probably could have exited our stance, but still. Now I'm getting scared, man. Can you stop attacking me for, like, everything you got? Bugs Bunny voice? No. It's fine. We got a shop coming up anyway. I'm not scared. You're spawning more enemies? Please, this is a plea to myself. Please, self, look at whether or not you have lethality via crescendo. I think you're starting to get a touch mind flooded. Well, this is a very nice setup for orbs, but it would be nice to maybe get some damage out there as well. Okay, hold on. This is crescendo. Talk to the hand. Barrage. We have you. Pair is HP. Block potions, lovely. I really... Oh, yeah. Do not wish to deviate from our elite path. I don't want to do it. I'm going for broke, okay? Start here, but my promise to myself is that I am going to... Give me one of those. Actually, keep all that in the deck, but definitely give me one of those. My promise to myself is that I'm going to do the math here. But I wanna, if I wanna see my name up in lights, the only way that's gonna happen is if we're able to keep these smites for now. Is if we swing for the fences. We still got this block potion. You're doing 45 damage, which is obviously, like, horrible, but we're gaining lots of block. I don't think we care for a recursion or an empty mind or darkness, so we can do, like, super scries here. I just want to get to enough block first. Oh, you're only scrying 3. Okay, get rid of the crescendo. Now 33. Plus 2, okay, so 42. I think we have to play this, which means we should play a pressure point instead. That way we're not taking damage. We would have taken damage on the other path. Aggregate is like a huge help. You definitely, like... Hear me out. I think you play Charge Battery. I think you play Follow-Up. Because, I mean, it gives you 5 damage at least. I think you rebound this reinforced body just to protect us for the next turn. And then hopefully we find a way to maybe get these smites out here. I'm like, what about a okay, hold on. Hologram. Bring back Crescendo. Leaves us at... Play Crescendo. Leaves us at 3 energy. Play Turbo. We got 5 energy. 5 times 24 is 120. Hologram. Crescendo. Turbo. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Blue candle. Not really necessary, but... Potion belt. I'm going to be a coward. I don't know how many question marks I've gone to. We're not going to get the speed bonus, by the way. We're going to be a coward and go to the... Well, it's funny to call it cowardice, considering I actually have to fight a pretty tough enemy, but... I like all these. Please draw. Empty mind. None of these are necessary. Charge battery. Sure, we'll get one of these out there. All right. I still think our score is going to be good today. I think it's going to be better than yesterday, and you can say I'm huffing the copium if you want, but I disagree. As long as we beat the boss. If we don't beat the timekeeper, which is actually, you know, totally possible. When you remember that, oh, right, 10 extra damage per turn. That's pretty annoying. Is totally possible when you remember that we really have poor scaling right now. Let me see, 26. We're at exactly the right number here. So I'll just smite you. It's more about survival than anything else right now. We need to get to 32, which would be 5 block on reinforced body. So you just play even more. Ice cream would be such a sick relic to get here. We don't need signature move, I think. I should kill you this turn. Flex potion. Aggregate. The only thing I'm concerned about is the boss at this point. Oh, and also all the elites. But ignoring those 2 things. Oh, dude, you draw aggregate for sure. Pressure point is pretty good, though. Why did we only draw 1 of our innate cards? Maybe it doesn't double? Well, in that case, do we really need... Yeah, we still like aggregate, I think. We don't like foresight, though. So aggregate is good. This. We're going to take damage. We have to... If we're going to take damage, we have to play the block potion. You know, it's way overkill, but it's kind of got to be done. I think you just rebound, pressure points, smite, reprogram is IMO, probably worse than it is good. Beam cell. Pressure points. It's getting there. It's doing good stuff. Halt, just for the slow ability. Defrag, smite recursion. And I know everybody's begging to go into the crescendo. They're like, you're a coward, you're a coward. Hey, be that as it may. And maybe we got a 90-minute Slay the Spire episode incoming, but be that as it may. I'm not feeling too bad right here. You're doing 9 damage, so we're already set. Let's scry for our next turn. Seems good to me. We need to do more damage faster. This is... and now I'm looking at it and I'm realizing you're absolutely right. This is becoming quite a problem. Smite is going to do some great work for us. Or, sorry, Stack is going to do some great work for us. We have to play it, like, right away. 35 damage. Not good! 4 energy. I'm like, I think you hologram? And I was just going to say, you bring back an aggregate. Can't exit our hand right now, which is unfortunate, but we're playing these in the wrong order, which is unfortunate. But we're still in here. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Tick-tock, Mr. Wick. 40 damage, potentially incoming. You know you're going to turbo. This is Scry. A Dark Orb matters to me a great deal, I think. One of these days, man. I know he gets a little stronger every turn. He probably gets stronger than I get. If I'm not going to have... Oh, you know what? I do have the energy to play Signature Move, but I think it costs us a lot psychologically. I think a Dark Orb getting out there is worth something. I think a Safety, 12 block for 1, pretty good. We got 32 block. Should work. It is time. 50 damage. Okay, it's getting a little spicy. We got 12 block. We need to get to 50, which means we need 48. So we need to play this for 7. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're not scaling as fast as we'd like. I think I did my math wrong as well, for the record, but at least it gave us something. Pays for itself, which I think means it gives us a slow bonus. Okay. Desperately need the draw. It's all falling apart. We gotta kill you this turn. Like, I don't even know if it's worth thinking about. No, it's definitely worth thinking about, because, like, literally, now you're not taking damage. Bring back a 0-cost attack that applies vulnerability. The order is so bad. This is, like, I'm reaching my limit of how much, like, thought I can put into it. It's the same reason, you know, I'm never going to be that, you know, incredible competitive chess player, for example. I think we you're gonna hate this. I'm so sorry. If we'd crescendoed, you'd already be dead. But like, my focus is fading so fast, man. I don't know how we beat the Timekeeper now that I think about it. It's also the longest run I've ever seen. We got one more elite fight to go as well, if we want. And I've lost a lot of confidence, as you can probably tell. It's a huge draw. It's like the hugest draw that's ever existed. Because now we can play Empty Mind. And look at this. Look at that. We got a little evoking. It actually didn't help me as much as I thought it would, but that's okay. There we go for this extra elite fight. I think you kind of have to. Wow, this was just botched. Give me a Sweeping Beam. That feels a little bit better. I'm honestly just going to play these for the block at this point. Again, it's... I understand... Oh, and we still took damage regardless. I understand the potential frustration here. I'm telling you, like, my mind is shattered. This one I'll do the math on, but... The brain is falling apart. Give me a shop. I think this is important. I know we just bailed, but... Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6. I think... Buying pretty much everything that we already have in our deck is advantageous. I don't think we need to remove a card. We will rest, and then I'm really just hoping for the best. This would be a great time to get like an Echo form. I feel like a loop is not that exciting, but still potentially pretty good. Also, like, early on, like an Essence of Dark. Definitely want Aggregate. Six damage. Honestly, I don't think you play this stuff. I think you play that, and I think you bounce. I think you can wait for these Dark Orbs to pop, put up as much block as you can. That's a lot of damage. That's an awful lot of damage. I don't know if anyone's ever pointed out to you how much damage you're trying to do to me here. It's an awful lot. So we're letting the orbs go a little bit longer. I definitely don't want to lose focus. $30 damage. We don't need to aggregate if we could... Well, we'll probably play 4 cards, right? Or do you want to just play 2? We're not going to perfect no matter what. So I think... honestly, I think you can get away with just playing 2 cards, taking a little bit of damage. Am I really just pivoting my entire strategy to work with this Dark Orb? The answer to that question is yes. I will say, if we draw the exact right cards... Look, I mean, we got a staggering ability to invoke. No doubt about that. So let's gain 9 block and get some scry. Let's get all 3 of those out of there. We gotta fill some, like, get our hand in a better spot. Let's draw 2 cards. Let's play Nirvana. We're about to take a nasty hit, but there's little we can do about it. Just get some stuff out of our hands. We don't exclusively have to kill you with Dark Orbs. We have to clear our hand. So you know what you do? Hologram, aggregate, and then go like that. Okay. Now, the one thing you don't want to do, like, we probably want to get some orbs going fairly quickly here. I'm going to do the exact same thing, more or less. Because we don't want to undershoot lethality. That would leave us in a terrible spot. We do care for a stack, and I think we don't need a barrage. Yeah, I think we like stack, we like cold snap, that's fine. And then we will just stack up. We got 6 cards to work with on our next turn. I'd like to play 6 cards. Unfortunately, we only have like 5 cards that I want to play, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do this. We're not even going to play the vulnerability. We're getting close to the point where we can lethal you. We got 4 cards this turn. As long as we live, I don't really care. So I think you play like Glacier. And Foresight. We only have 2 cards to work with on the next turn. But I'm not sweating it much. We just want to see a stack. If we can play like a card and then stack. Like defrag, stack. Okay, we're now at the point where like a recursion just kills you, I think. I love to see all of these. But do we just chill and wait for a recursion at this point? Is this still... It's not even here, so we want to draw as fast as possible. I wouldn't mind taking you below half. Hold on. You want to scry your way... I think this is better. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's be realistic here. I thought maybe I could take you below the halfway point. I guess I could, but I want to save cards for next time too. So we're really at the point where like a great recursion turn just means you're dead. My hand is full. That's fine. What do I care if my hand is full? When I know you're... Oh, hold on. Darkness does 228 damage. You have 288. Could we then do 60 on top of that? The answer, unfortunately, is no. I think even while we're weak. So we're just going to reinforce this body. We're still going to take like 9 damage. I think if possible. I mean, a stack's great. Don't get me wrong. We probably need more draw. I need to draw what I'm trying to draw. This is a good turn to play 5 cards. I think a hologram is actually for the best. Do we have a recursion in here? We don't. 240. Okay, so I'm like, now I think we gotcha. Hologram. Darkness. You have 10 HP. We kill you. We lived. We finished the run. We did 1131. That's not that, considering we skipped some elites, we took some damage. Like, I'm actually okay with that. I stayed as focused as I thought I could. And hey, 271 is not that bad. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. I'm going to get out of here. See you next time. Thank you. Thank you.